shot by Buddha. Facebook gaming in the building.
Into the end zone! Five Nations, stand up!
But I think I'm gonna get into this 50 Cent baby mama situation next, cause this is crazy. He said keep it sports. Nah, I want to switch it up. I'm gonna get to that. I think I'm gonna do Madden last. I think I'm gonna do Madden CFB last. We did, cause this for all y'all that got Twitter and y'all be outside. Y'all be watching the timeline. If you turn your timeline on this morning, you can understand why 50 Cent got disdain for his baby mama and Diddy. Cause listen, if you found out that your baby mama was on the payroll doing things like this, oh my. And of course 50 ain't gonna waste no time. He says she's not a victim. Sire is, can you imagine going to the 8th grade to find out this is your mom? The court system in LA thinks it's fun. Listen here. How if you got Twitter, a lot of it's been banned and taken down. You can find it somewhere, but the P-Star Sly Digger had this man baby mama Diddy walking around the room bucket naked with the Diddy oil, like squirting the Diddy oil on both of them. Pause. Diddy got the camera setting the angles up all around the room. It's like a strobe light going. When I say 50 old lady with 50 baby mama and his old lady, his baby mama is like on her knees and Buddy is standing over her like a Chicago drill rapper, and like all of what's left of her throat is just bruh. I'm talking about Smoothie, what up? That video will make a person who not in a serious relationship, like married with kids, like you gotta really do the background on somebody before you get married and have kids, bro. Because when I say she was getting fed the $5 foot long, the Sonic drive-in chili dog, the Sam's Club Kaneka sausages, she was getting fed, and Diddy's like changing the camera angles and like squirting the baby oil while she's going in. Bro, I'm talking about like bro is grabbing the back of her neck, like impaling her throat, bro. Like it's bad, bro. Like it's bad. Like if anybody got trust issues, like that video will be saying, yo, baby mama getting child support and she getting $10,000 a month on the payroll from Diddy. And because of the Cassie case, she was the Jane Doe in the Cassie case. Fed Discovery is going to open up everything. And people's like, why is 50 so mad at his baby mama? Then you look and see, you with my op, you on a boat, you on an island, you doing God knows what. So all the stuff you heard about Cassie, she was doing too. She's literally on sex camp, sex Olympics. And like, she's just going in, just getting her throat destroyed. And Diddy is just standing there squirting baby oil. Like, it's bad, bro. Like, then when you see Rick Ross on the PBD podcast talking about, wow, the baby mama's doing God knows what on the boat and on the island, he fishing with 50 Cent's son. So this lady has allowed Rick Ross to be fishing with 50 Cent's son while she's in there doing this on the tape. Diddy got all the tapes. So like, bro, no, this Sire's mama, this the Asian girl. So just think that like your number one and number two op in the game, Rick Ross and Diddy, got your baby mama and your son on an island. Your son is fishing with Rick Ross and the mama's fishing for something else. And Diddy has got videotape of it and like flying in night workers to do this to her. Cause Diddy is not even like, Diddy is not even, he's Diddy like, hey, do this with, grab her like this, do like Diddy is literally coaching her through it and coaching the dude to what he wants to do. And it's like, it's bad, bro. Like, I see why 50 Cent have a lifetime of hate, but at the same time, for Rick Ross, this is like an off the backboard alley-oop, because he's already done said, like, he had to, you could tell Rick Ross know what's on the tapes too, because he like probably done been there, and it's like, if your baby mama's only job is working for Diddy, and this what she do for Diddy for $10K a month, and at the time, like, 50 Cent is worth hundreds of millions of dollars, like, this is just, these celebrities and people in the game got to be more careful about who they dealing with female wise, because like I told y'all, even in content creation, it trickle down, this does not change. That's treacherous, bro. It's treacherous. If you get a chance to see it, like, I don't even watch those type of videos no more. Like, I kind of denounced them coming into this year, but it's like, for the sake of conversation, when you see it, you just like, oh my god, bro, this is like, this about as bad as it get. Like, her credibility in life just ain't there. And I go to say this, from the Tory Lanez situation to the Klay Thompson situation to the situation like this, like all these, like Josh Jacobs, man, dudes gotta do a better job of the women they dealing with. I promise you. Go get some fine, regular, everyday women that got a regular ass job and get them. Y'all got these Instagram thoughts, these OnlyFans models, like Shannon Sharp getting knocked out $10 million off the $100 million deal. Like, guys, like, when you see like Future, Bow Wow, and Trayvon Diggs all got the same baby mama, like Lil Baby and AE got the same baby, like, they just gotta stop with these same girls, like, because if you just rolling around in these same circles, this is what you get. 2 Time, what up? This is just like, because if you 50, it's like a chink on your armor that, like, this is like, this who you chose, you know what I'm saying, to have a situation with you, but at the same time, it's like, this be looking more bad on the women than the dudes. Like, even like all these situations, like, I think a lot of situations where Drake is behind women, like Pusha T and Drake is behind a woman, Rick Ross and Drake, they say it's something else, but all this stuff be seeming like it's behind a woman. Like Burning Bridges, ASAP and Drake is behind a woman. Like, all these situations behind women, and like, they just like recycling the same chicks. That's like, the tape is just crazy though. We about to get into that 2 times. 2 times, did you see 50 Cent baby mama tape with Diddy? It like, bro. Whew. All I'm saying is, like, 50 Cent ain't never gonna be friends with Diddy. He gonna always take shots at Diddy and Ross, because that ain't never gonna end. I transitioning, and then for this picture, I use my homie Real Ones Know. I use his to put on my screen, because I'd rather put his up than somebody I don't know. That beef ain't never gonna end. Like, TJ, like, if somebody got your baby mama on a S tape with P stars and Diddy spraying the oil on her while she throwing, like, and she just, bro, when I say she's taking it, bro. Like, she's getting punished. Like, so it's like, bro, then it sucks, because like, I see what 50 saying is kind of like what kind of like how Kanye was about, like, you know, Kris Jenner having his having Kim do the tapes with Ray. It's like, you got people pushing y'all to do these tapes, and then the kids get old and they go into high school. Like, for real, bro, imagine going to the 8th grade and that tape is on Twitter and all your homeboys can see your mama just get punished, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, I think that's the element. And when 50 say that, like, I feel him on that. Like, imagine going to school in the 8th grade. Imagine the 8th grade now. And somebody got on their phone like, oh, look at his mama. And like, she just getting pushed through the floor, bro. Like, she getting pushed through the floor, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she getting choked out, literally. And Diddy's just spraying oil on her, moving the camera around. Like, shit's all bad. All right. Now, the jig is up. Jay-Z, who recently was saying that he don't think that beef is good for the game, which I don't think this is beef. I think this is just competition of people all having a whole bunch of money and people wanting to be at the top of the game and the jockeying for position. And Jay-Z's freestyle, if y'all haven't heard it, he did what Jay-Z do. He do what Jay-Z known to do. Go off the top, you know, like freestyle, took a shot at pretty much everybody from Dame Dash to Oskino to Ye to Drake. He took a shot at everybody who he felt like he needed to take a shot at. And see, me, when it's the way Drake did it on Iceman, when the way Hov is doing this, like, this is just sparring at the top level, barring each other. Like, it don't turn into nothing street. You know what I'm saying? This is jockeying in position. I'm cool with this. Is this gonna make Jay-Z go in the booth and make an album? Is Drake gonna respond? Is Ye gonna respond? You know, the Dame Dash stuff to me is kind of in the books. Oskino's kind of in the books. You know, this is what happens, bro. Like, I like a little bit of this. You know what I'm saying? If I don't like it when the beef turn into like FBG Duck and King Von federal indictments. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't what I like. Cause like I needed to stay on wax to where like the most influential, the richest, most powerful black people at the top of the game could still work together to get to the bag and not be continually divided to where like the culture don't own its own culture. Like, hip hop culture is not owned by black people. So it's like, when you got all these now billionaires, you know, it's cool to jockey and kind of spar in the hip hop world, but it need to be to the point these guys can still make money together. Mike, what up? But I think though, like, but you gotta respect the game though too. I'm a down south guy, so I respect the pimping. Like, if me and you don't get along and I got a chance to like take your baby mama down through there, like, that's just what's gonna happen, because like that's part of the game, right? People gonna try you. If they can try you, if they can't get you, they get people that's close to you to put chinks in your armor. That's always been something in the game. Chronic, what up? I believe Jay-Z holding it down for many years. I believe Drake will next on top. Yeah, I think it's Drake season. I mean, Ye said that already. Like, it's Drake season. Like, this is Drake season, bro. Like, people might not want to hear it, but it's like Drake's next, whatever, if he stay independent or his next deal, the power and influence that Drake will have over music for the next decade, showing that when he took a step back for them couple years, the business of hip hop, it just not, because it like the battle and stuff is cool, but like, who gonna carry the business? It's like the same that when it was in the Mad community, like, okay, people want the OGs out the way, the OGs get out the way, the new people not able to hold the torch up, like they crumbled under the pressure. So it's like, you know, the best supposed to clash at the top. That's Nas bar. Every time he drop, he on top. Uplifting Souls, what up? If anybody get unalive, I'm blaming Hov. Hanging out, listen to the chat. Drake made Hov come back out like 9-7. He did come back on some Summer Jam type of feel, you know. This that Summer Jam Hov. And see, this is why I have fun with the hip hop conversations, and I don't get too deep in it because Nas is my favorite rapper. Outkast is my favorite group. Of this generation, I like Cole the best, but I love Wiz and Currency. I love Big Crit. I love Drake music. I love Tory Lanez music. Like, Kendrick is a real dope rapper. To me, he just don't put out enough content for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just my feelings with Kendrick. But it's like, he's a super dope rapper. You know, it's like, I love the Isley Brothers. It's certain stuff that I'm gonna listen to. You know what I'm saying? Like, Trey Songz drop an album right now, I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, my wife loves listening to Chris Brown music. We always gonna have Chris Brown in the car. Like, I like all the music. Like, Nas is my favorite rapper, but I thought Tupac was the best of that era. Then you had like Big and Hov. Like, I like Jay-Z before Jay-Z fans like Jay-Z. So I'm like, y'all didn't even really like the Reasonable Doubt in my lifetime. You only a customer Hov. Like, niggas started liking Jay-Z around Blueprint. Like, nah, bro, I've been listening to Hov for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, by me not ever really having a dog in the fight, I just be checking for the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, all I care about is the music. Because whether they beefing or whatever it is, they all gonna wake up rich tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to hear some good music. This is gonna get me through my day. Ravens Joe, what up? He said we needed that Kendrick R for a year and a half. Was not it. I mean, that's the thing, is like, with Kendrick could, like, in a battle could go crazy. But like, far as you look at the last 5 years, it's Mr. Morale and GNX. GNX is like a West Coast album. It's a dope conceptual album, but the replay value for me just ain't there. But if you want to put Kendrick in a cypher, like, ain't nobody gonna out rap him. So it's like, some people is like that. Eminem is like that. You can't out rap Eminem, but I'm not checking for the Eminem album like that in my rotation. So it's like, if you give me Cole is gonna give me Dreamville, JID, Off Season, Might Delete Later, The Fall Off, and he gonna do a feature run. I'm gonna get that from Cole. From Drake, you gonna get Her Loss, you gonna get For All the Dogs, you gonna get the Sexy Songs for You with Party, you gonna get the 3 albums This Way, and then you gonna get the songs with other people. It's the same way I felt about Thug should have handled the situation with Gunna different, because Thug, Gunna, and Baby together is like 3-headed monster. Now it's like, Baby music is cool, Thug ain't putting nothing out, and Gunna just didn't put out like 3-4 projects, and all of them been fire, and you just like, damn, like, Gunna outworking y'all on the music too. So it's like, to me, who gonna give me the music, who gonna uphold the game and drop the content? Like Future was always gonna drop projects and drop songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of what go on in the crazy world of Ye is always gonna drop the albums. So it's like, to be at the top, you got to be at the top, and you got to be able to feed the genre. You got to be able to feed the genre when you get at the top. I don't think Kendrick capable, but I don't think that's his lane and where he want to be at. Is like putting out a lot of music like that and being able to be in that position to be on the top. Like Nas, Ether, Jay-Z, but like, Nas gonna just drop albums for his fan base. Nas is not gonna be out there like Jay-Z doing features and doing with this artist and that artist, like putting songs on the radio. That's why Jay-Z ascended to the where he's at. Jay-Z took the long run. Like, if you think about it, Jay-Z is like the age of the Big Daddy Kanes and all them. That's why like, for me, it took a long time for me to see Hov as that, even though like Hov is because when it was Pac, Nas, and Big, and it was Mobb Deep, and it was Snoop, and all them people, like, Jay-Z was always kind of the outsider. He really like you got to give him his props that he really fought his way to the top and always was able to maneuver and change and reinvent himself. I'm here to reintroduce myself. My name is Hove. Like, he did that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I appreciate Hove for like who he is as a businessman and how he always did it his own way. And it took him a longer way to get to the top. Cause like, I'm a Nas fan and say like, Nas is like he's in my all time like category. And like, even though he put the ether on Hove, it's like Hove still did what he did. So it's like, even when Jay-Z has been ethered and still is Hove, Drake can get Not Like Us and still be Drake. I think when people start trying to like change the way the game worked, that ain't how the game, like Pac put the hit 'em up, you know what I'm saying, on Bad Boy and Biggie, but Biggie is still Biggie. Like, he's still Biggie. Even Who Shot You, Separate the Weak, you know what I'm saying? Like Cameron and Dipset got destroyed by Jadakiss and the Lox in the verses, but it's still Dipset, you know what I'm saying? Like they still Dipset, they still have their place in the game. So it's like, I think people have to look at it from that type of situation. Is like, it's just like a basketball. Like, shit, OKC won the championship last year. This year they got put out. Don't mean they won't pop out next year. But it's like, who's gonna keep coming back every year and giving you more and more and more and more? He said Jay-Z went in over the Tory Lanez free, but Tory Lanez is a cold artist though. I think they got mad at Tory Lanez because he was exposing the independent part of the game. So that's the conspiracy theory side of it. It's the Michael Jackson shit. It's the Prince shit. It's the person that becomes an independent start having all these obstacles in their way. Tory Lanez putting out the game on how to be independent and make the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, the people like E40 and the Master P's and the Tech Nines was always like the underground kings, making money independent, to where like the labels kind of buried them. Even when Dolph ripped up the $20 million contract and was like, F the contract, like, I'm independent. Like, some of that part is what is going to put real obstacles in your way. Because I really do think some of the stuff that Tory Lanez and his dad said about that situation is a real situation. And then here's the other conspiracy. Here's Nicki Minaj and Drake, who have a little disdain for Jay-Z, for the Wayne shit in the Super Bowl, taking Kendrick over Wayne in New Orleans, having him perform the song. And then Nicki got an issue with, have always had an issue with Jay-Z. And here's now Drake, kind of had their little back and forth. Now it's like Rick Ross got an issue with Birdman. So it's like, it's a lot of moving parts to the situation that could be presenting people, put jockey in position for sides on. If you the other side, if you Rick Ross and Jay-Z, do you want Nicki, Drake, and Lil Wayne to be at full throttle with this much money, power, and influence and be independent? They could be a real force in the game if you got a label. And then you got Tory Lanez over here saying, nah, forget the labels. Don't sign with none of them. Go independent. Then also at the same time, when Rick Ross came out and said, you ain't got the Jay-Z, the Alicia Keys, after saying that he wanted Drake to shine, blah, 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 blah. French is still love Drake. Like, it all seemed weird, like they all just was jockeying for position on whose side they was going to take in this like shadow war of power and hip hop, and who going to control hip hop and who going to have the biggest voice. He said Trey Songz dropped. I'm listening to Big Facts. Yeah, Trey Songz I love his R&B stuff, but I ain't gonna lie. With my boy Trey Songz, where there's smoke, there's fire with his shit too. He might have allegedly might have a surviving Trey Songz shit at some point himself. Oh, hell no. Wifey is not going to Chris Brown and Usher. Chris Brown is her favorite artist. She think Chris Brown's better than Michael Jackson. So, no. When I seen Chris Brown come on that stage and say, I don't give a fuck about your man tonight. Like, nah. Hey, Christopher Maurice Brown, I salute you. I love your music. We listened to it in the car. My old lady ain't finna be like Daphne Joy getting fed. Summer Jam in Newark. See, the thing about it is, all right, Hov is smart. When he did the story of OJ, I ain't black, I'm OJ. Okay. Jay-Z would throw that one song out there, then give you the other stuff. Like, they'll throw 10 of them songs out there and then give you one hit. I sold 5 mil. I ain't been rhyming like common sense. Like, Jay-Z is telling you, like, that's why I say a lot of Jay-Z's audience don't understand how good Jay-Z was in the beginning, how to dumb down his music for his fan base. That's a true thing. So when he had to dumb down his music for his fan base, it's like, you're not going to get all that. So I think as an artist, you just got to be smart on like giving enough of that where your albums just ain't completely consumed in it, but still give hits. And I think the best was always able to do that. And I think for his fans, Nas love, J. Cole love, the Kendrick's love, the conceptual albums. And you just wish they gave more. Big Crit is an artist like that. Big Crit could give you so much more, but he be so stuck in his concepts as an artist sometimes his best work don't get out, and then he be frustrated. Wale is like that too. Wale is a super dope conceptual artist that sometimes get trapped between what should he put out conceptually versus what he should put out hit wise and video wise, because you still have to sell. Oh, Drake ain't gonna miss now when it comes to the music. That's why, like, what Charleston White said was true. If you listen, and y'all remember the first stream I did after Iceman, I'm like, bro, the album come out at midnight. It's like the next day, people are like, man, I listened to all 3 albums 10 times and it sucks. Like, bro, come on, bro. Like, clearly, even if you go back to Joe Budden's podcast, they was like, they skipped Janice the first time, like, that's a miss. Then you go back and y'all bobbing y'all head to it. So it's like you have to sit with an album. And to me, I like to go jogging with the album. I like to ride in the car with the album. I like to sit on stream with the album. Yeah, I get a real time to just like sit with it and be like, oh, okay, some of the stuff grew on me, or some of the stuff I really love. I wish Fab Summertime Shootouts is cold. But I think like with Fab, like when he went through that domestic shit, I think he had to fall back and kind of let his image clean over. This podcast is really helping it. And then the fact that Emily is not on Love and Hip Hop no more, it's like it kind of give it time to down. But because that was vicious. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole situation with Fab, and that was crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that's heavy. You know what I'm saying? It's heavy to put out music and not address those situations when that happens. I think the best artists can address personal things in their life, talk about what they into now and what they've been through and how they feel about it, be introspective, and still give you some outside hits. I think that's like the best artist. Nas was the only man. But see, this is the thing though. Jay-Z always, it was like Pac, Nas, and Big. Mobb Deep, Wu-Tang, like Snoop and them, like Hov was kind of in the background, right? He never could really push through. Then after that, it was Ja Rule, it was DMX, and like Jay-Z was starting to punch through a little bit. But you got Nas, you got DMX, they had Belly, you had Ja Rule coming, you had all this. Then you gotta think Blueprint, Ether, Nas hit you with the Ether and drop Stillmatic. That next summer, boom, is 50 Cent. Doom, 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 doom. And 50 Cent was a tidal wave. And you know, it's like, then Hov had like the Blueprint 2, the Blueprint 3, the American, like Hov was always like find himself around the guys at the top and was in the fight, was in the fighting, was in the running. And then eventually, you know, Black Album, all that, like Jay-Z just kept fighting his way through until like Hov had the top. Because you gotta think, in the time when Jay-Z first came out, there was Mace. There's a lot of big artists. You know what I'm saying? In throughout those times, going through the New York East Coast rappers, then the 2000s. Then you get into the 20, like Jay-Z just. But I think the smart thing that he did is Jay-Z and then the Rockefeller. So he positioned himself. Dipset came through as part of that, and he positioned himself, even though he not with them, he positioned himself with it. The UGK, Big Pimpin'. Then you go to having the artist that he had. Then it's Ye's rise, and Jay-Z is right there as the big homie. And then it's with every situation, J. Cole in this era come, Jay-Z is the big homie. He's always found his way to spar and implement himself at the top, and I think that's what is this longevity of Jay-Z. But just like when I was young and my little cousins was man, nah, Lil Wayne the greatest rapper ever. Wayne had his time, you know what I'm saying? And Wayne birthed Nicki Minaj and Drake. And that's what really good artists do, is they put other people on too. And then you look and see, because they carry your legacy, because they somebody you look up to. And he even said that in the freestyle. And it's crazy that we in the part now that there was a time when people was nah. Now it's the young dudes, they like YB. And you look at YB's numbers, it's YB is their GOAT. You know what I'm saying? It ain't Wayne, it ain't Drake, it's YB. So it's it's always gonna keep going and continually be here. That's the thing I love, the competitive side of hip hop, without it being the Lil Durk, FBG shit. Niggas has got federal indictments and real bodies is dropping from the drill era of hip hop, which people have always died and been killed. But it's an abnormal number of people in the last decade that's been killed. From XXX and all these people that's just Julio Fulio, all that shit is just crazy. Hendrix, what's popping? He said Surviving Trey Songz gonna be wild. Crit will be here in Nashville this Friday, and Crit makes such good music. I feel like the Crits, the Wale's, the Currencies, a lot of them will get lost in translation, but all of those are some of my favorite artists that I always listen to. It said, if it sucked, you wouldn't have listened to it and know the words. I'm gonna have to listen to that new Drake. Still haven't listened to the album yet. Man, Iceman is tough, bro. The Iceman is tough, bro. I can't hold you. If Drake and YB, but to me, YB ain't that type of artist. It's some artists that's good on features. 21 is really good on features. Future is really good on features. I'm gonna tell you who got Uzi and Future got a new song. That shit's hard. And I'm not even a Uzi fan like that, but it's some people sound good on collabs. Quavo always sound good ad-lib in a collab. Some people just sound good when they collab with people. You know what I'm saying? That's just my thought. KD was popping. If Nicki, Drake, and Wayne get back together, it'd be trouble, trouble, trouble. I mean, you gotta think. Nicki, Drake, and Wayne is Young Money. YB is with Birdman right now. You talking about if that go on tour, YB, Drake, Birdman, Nicki and Drake, one, they are headliners. They ain't gonna go on no tour like that, but that's crazy if you could put something like that together. That would be the Def Jam Rockefeller, then it'd be some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It'd be on some shit like that if they was able to put something like that together. Said Uzi and Future always sounded good on collabs. It's think about it. What music is Thug putting out right now? What Lucci put out better music than Thug right now without having the YSL as a collective together. It's kind of tough. But this kind of show you who and what Drake is, whether people like him or not. When Drake came back, it woke up the whole hip hop industry. You got Hove rapping, and see, This is why I say Kendrick made the mistake is after GNX, it's like a short project. It's for the West Coast. It was such a long time between Mr. Morale and GNX and the last album. Like, he could have dropped another project before Drake got back out. You done let Drake drop 3 albums plus Sexy Songs plus Her Loss plus Fall the Dogs in the last like period. J. Cole done dropped the Dreamville. J.I.D. done dropped a couple projects. You done had the off season, Might Delete Later, and the double album. It's like, if you're gonna be at the top, like, you gotta outwork people. You gotta continually to drop music, unless your move is to like get into a whole nother genre, which like 50 Cent doing movies, or like Rick Ross be doing, like, had artists and, you know, like, where you can fall back. One of my homeboys, Orleans brother, he loved Lucci. He loved Lucci. And Hendrix, you remember when the Gunna situation came? I said Thug got a chance to big dog it and pull Gunna under his umbrella, and he didn't do it. And what happened is Gunna wound up, like, to me right now, Gunna make better music than Thug and Baby, like, because the sad part is we lost Rich Homie, and all the situations that happened with Rich Homie and Thug and Lucci all within that time frame. Like, we got cheated out of a lot of music because Thug and Rich Homie was like YSL before YSL, and the business wasn't right, so we missed out on like a chance to have Rich Homie and Gunna on an album, or Baby and Gunna, Thug all get together and make some music. Like, I think some of this like BS stop a lot of good music from happening. Rabbit, what up? Yeah, he got him back outside. Whole time I thought whole have them dreads. Man, that picture that I dropped today. That's why I did the picture of Hove on the stage. I ain't do him dirty like the picture that I had seen today. Like, this was crazy, bro. The Nicki Minaj pulling off the hairpiece, bro. Like, that shit was just wild, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, if I got $2.5 billion, I'm not waiting for the ugly stage neither. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see how my hair is. I got $2.5 billion, but I'm getting some extensions. Y'all gonna see more black in my hair, and my hair gonna be longer. I'm with Hove on that. But I'm getting some extensions too, shit. Gonna traveling the world, he not even worried about them. But the sad part is, like, our culture will not allow them to say, damn, bro, we was wrong. We went through all that shit. We had 30 people on the docket. 28 people took pleas, and 2 people, Yak Gotti and one other guy, went to trial. And for the most part, all them boys was back outside, back able to make money. And it's like, fuck the world, fuck the streets, and fuck what anybody think. Bro, let's get this money. You know what I'm saying? Ski part 2. You know what I'm saying? But now, because of the streets, you can't sit there and you gotta act like y'all don't fool with each other. Even when Charleston White leaked it that Gunna and his music and the stuff that he was doing was paying for Thug's legal fees and stuff. Like, bro, y'all, like, our culture is dumb when it come to that. It make 2 people who really got love for each other, they really should put their differences to the side and make money off of talking about the changes that they had to make in their life. Like, you already can't rap about street shit in your paperwork. You already can't go back to Atlanta. Like, what's to hold on to now, man? Like, go get the bag. Lag, what up? Apparently his efforts. J. Cole confirmed the performance South Carolina season open at halftime. Them boys on eBay didn't know they was dealing with a real one. I seen that clip. Nick, you can't scam on. That's why the authenticity stuff is great. Like, because you're not calling me a lie. You're calling the people at eBay who authenticate shoes all day a lie. And clearly you can see the dude cut the shoe up trying to make it like, bro, the shoe ain't even cracked. The shoe is like missing chunks of the shoe. Now the money gone. You can't leave me bad feedback. You can't buy nothing from me ever. And you stuck with a cut up shoe when you could have just took the shoe and wore it a couple times and resold it and try to get your money back if that's what you was going to do. Do you think Gunna and Thug will ever reconcile? It'll be years down the road where Thug will admit he was wrong. We can't be in the culture where Thug can be on a videotape cooperating with the police. A video of Woody cooperating with the police. You have a video that of Gunna taking his plea deal. All of these guys get out of jail. Ain't nobody go to jail. Yak Gotti is the only one that took it all the way to trial. And then like we're gonna like sit here and go back and forth and play semantics on who we think a rat and who we think ain't a rat. Man, y'all niggas is blessed to not be in jail forever. They was part of the biggest RICO case in the history of Georgia. Y'all black, y'all successful, y'all got money. Man, go in the studio and make some music and forget what anybody else talking about. Cause I guarantee if Thug, Gunna, and Baby was to go in the studio and make a song and it's fire, ain't nobody gonna care about none of that street shit at all. Nobody. Street shit so dead. Out the shoes and the money. I don't know about you, but to me, it's like, I told you I compare it to battle rap and the Madden stuff that we had. It's cool if they like Jordan supposed to talk shit to Magic when they hooping. Kobe supposed to talk shit to T-Mac. You know what I'm saying? Like the two guys in the game, like and we're supposed to talk shit to SGA when they playing, but play the game. You know what I'm saying? Like the back and forth shit, cool. But if y'all so worried about the street shit that y'all all getting indicted and getting RICOs, now you looking stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like you sending wire transfers over Zelle and Cash App for bodies. Like the Julio Fulio shit, like that's dumb, bro. Like, you know, these you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if it's just two people popping they shit at each other, that's why I like verses. Like the Locks and Dipset was popping shit at each other, but they was all at the watch place buying diamond watches with their checks leading up to it anyways, and everybody wins. Your record numbers go up. Jim Jones got his shit. Cameron got his shit. He got Mace back. You know, Joel Santana get a chance to pop outside and do some shit. You know, Freaky Zeke doing his thing. Like SP, Chic, and Jadakiss get to do their shit. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody wins. But when it ain't just like some old competition popping at each other, like just like in the Madden, where so much trash talk that the game don't happen, then it's whack. If you more worried about the trash talk than the actual game happening in the actual competition of the sport, then to me that's lame. I don't mind when people take shots at each other. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, let it stay on wax. When it get off of wax, it just mean people is like when J. Cole got a line, that just mean you rich and you mad. Anybody that got money could go put some money on somebody's head. Don't mean that you know how to handle a situation and delegate. But they can't keep it on wax. Like, bro, like the Chicago drill shit. Listen to FBG Duck, Deb, and the hair on the back of you feel like you in hell, like on some real demonic shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what make it different. You think Drake gonna bring Atlanta back together? To me, Atlanta not really even broke up. You gotta understand, like, Atlanta's not broke up. The thing that happened in Atlanta is there is the longest, biggest RICO case in the history of Georgia, mixed with the feds being in Atlanta. So if it's any street activity going on or everybody being investigated, niggas just had to get out of Atlanta. They needed that though. It sounds bad. You go to Atlanta right now. What have I said about Atlanta the last 5 years when we go to Atlanta? Bruh, niggas is scamming in the parking lot. Niggas is scamming at the mall. Niggas is scamming everywhere you go in Atlanta. Atlanta is like got a criminal underbelly. This whole YSL, YF, all that shit sent a lot of niggas to jail. And they finna do that shit in the West Coast. The Olympics going on in the West Coast. All them Crips and Bloods is finna get indicted. Because you can't have people just getting extorted left and right, going up to no jumper getting extorted, people getting ran down on, getting shook down, everybody that show up to LA and California getting shook down, everybody that go to Atlanta like got some criminal shit is his body's dropping. You know, like this YSL shit, the YFN shit, the rich homie shit, like it's people actually been shot up, you know, the QCP, like all that stuff. It's like a lot of criminal activity that go along with that. And Atlanta's not broke up, it's just being investigated. New York was the same way, you know, like with the 6ix9ine shit. Like you might not like 6ix9ine, but when he said they was getting investigated since 2013, like the hip hop police was in New York for a long time. Now you mix in like the Diddy case, everybody that was getting investigated from that, and then the Treyway niggas getting investigated, and you got hip hop cops in New York. That's a big portion of why New York seems split up and divided. But it's like when you got the feds and the hip hop cops in your city, ain't finna be too much fraternizing. You better get your ass to California or Miami or somewhere, or Houston. You might better get your ass to Dallas or somewhere. Move around. Most everybody from this had doing things today with. Hell, Rail had went to jail kind of like in a bad time. Like if you go to jail and your crew split up, you get out, like your connections is just not there. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't there. Say it's the YNs, but I ain't gonna just say it's the YNs because it's like some OGs and old heads that maybe haven't made the bread. Like you gotta think, like a lot of the Crip shit going on in the West was OGs feeling like the young homies is bossed up higher than them. They bigger than the set. You know what I'm saying? Like Atlanta put respect on Big Bank. But what if all the young dudes wasn't really respecting Big Bank? Big Bank would be leaning on them, extorting some of them. You know what I'm saying? Like black community have a problem with extortion, that the old heads that haven't got what they want, felt like they supposed to got out the game, be, you know, leaning on the young niggas. You know what I'm saying? And the young niggas buck back. You got a weird dynamic where the young niggas don't respect the old niggas, or they got more money than them and felt like maybe they held their nuts on them or something, and there's a little disdain. You know what I'm saying? Super scamming in them cities, Hendrix. Like all the stuff that's going on in Houston with Rap-A-Lot and Jay Prince and Takeoff getting killed, and now the situation with the All-Star JR, Houston finna have the hip hop cops and the feds out there. Everybody finna get investigated. You like, damn, Houston was always tight. It's gonna seem divided because a lot of them dudes gonna have to get the hell out of Houston. James Prince Jr. need to get the hell out of Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be a lot of them that have to move around because of affiliations and things like that, and you're gonna have the hip hop cops and the feds there. And when the hip hop cops and the feds show up, people gonna have to start dispersing. Stevie B, tighten up. The one thing you can't have is you can't have bodies dropping, messing up the money. That mess with investments. That mess with a lot of stuff.